back to hopefully a week in my life. Hopefully a little bit of everything in this week in my life. House things, normal life things. Today I'm hoping to have a bit of a reset day. I feel like we've been doing so many things over at our house that our current house just needs a little bit of TLC. It definitely needs just a little freshening up. I'm washing our sheets today, just getting things in order, some laundry, cleaning. We're going strawberry picking this week. It's just gonna be a really fun week. I did have to give a little shout out to my set that basically feels like pajamas, but it's a little bit more elevated. This is from Old Navy. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It was all over my Instagram reels. It is so comfortable. I'm wearing a size small in it. The shorts are a little bit wide. I know that threw a lot of people off, but I personally think it's really cute. I'll link it down below. I also had to share it on Instagram because it is just so comfortable. I did put some bike shorts under mine just for a little bit of extra coverage, but I had to share this though because Aiden just did a Facebook Marketplace pickup for me, and you guys, how gorgeous are these nightstands? These just popped up on my Facebook Marketplace for a great deal. They were $250 for both of these and they are stunning. I will say there is a bit of a color difference between the two. I'm sure you can tell this one looks almost more copper. Let me know what you think. I'm pretty sure I can just sand these down and they'll be more beige like this one, which I think this is the preferred color, but of course it's just wood right there, so you can always stain it or paint it. I talked about this in my last vlog, but I was trying to find something to put with our bed frame that wasn't super modern, despite the fact that our bed frame is more modern, because I really like our bed frame. And these I just think are kind of coastal but cottagey and cute. I love the look of rattan. I just think it's really kind of bohemian, but again, just coastal and pretty. I love the white on it and they're really cute. I do think they're a little bit feminine for our bedroom. Aiden didn't seem to mind. Worst case, we can use them in a guest room or something, but I want these in my room because they're so gorgeous. But that's your sign to check Facebook Marketplace, because I looked for these on eBay too. I think they were $800 for two, and it was hard to find a pair too, so I got really excited when I found a pair. I'm putting away Connor's clothes right now, and I'm actually gonna go through his dresser and set aside clothes that don't fit anymore. I haven't done this in a while, and I have a lot of things that he doesn't fit into anymore, so we'll get those stored away and organized. I did go through his like rack that he has over here. I am so excited. In our new house, he actually has his own closet. It's just been a little bit tricky not having a closet for his room. It's not the worst thing, but it'll be nice to have some storage for him. Here are all the clothes that no longer fit, which is always very sad. They'll be stored away and then hopefully used again in the future sometime. I also do not fold Connor's clothes. I just have bottoms in here and tops in here. I really liked using these dividers when Connor was a newborn and his clothes were just really tiny, but now we don't really use them because they did help keep us organized when he just had a bunch of little clothes. I don't even remember the last time I washed this beer. Does that sound funny? You need some help? Getting started on dinner. I have been extra excited to cook lately because I have the most stunning new set of pans. We have a lot of just random mismatched pans from over the years, which is great. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's my mentality. But unfortunately, I did break one of the pans because you guys let me know. I shared on Instagram how I was cleaning one of my pans that had been very well loved. I did not clean it properly and I actually ruined my pan that was supposed to be nonstick, no longer nonstick, and that is where caraway comes into play. They're the most beautiful pans, but they're also non-toxic. So many pans out there, especially non-stick pans, are made with Teflon. And I know the whole non-toxic world can be very intimidating because there are just so many swaps that you may feel like you need to make, but I can say that pans are one of the best swaps to make because when you just think about how much you are cooking, especially for myself and my family, my son, I just want to make sure that he's eating food that is not contaminated with all these things that are not good for us. And it really helps that they are beautiful too. I have this gorgeous creamy white set that I have used a couple times in the house, but I've really been wanting to save them for just our new house. They come with a great storage system too. If you're always losing lids to pans, I mean, I know especially for me, that is something that I struggle with. And now it's really cute. Connor loves trying to put the lids back into the containers, which we love. We love trying to teach him some independence, how to help out in the kitchen. If you're wanting to swap out your pans for non-toxic alternatives, you can check out Caraway. You'll save 20% by bundling, plus you can stack my discount code Michelle Reed and get an additional 10% off. You can also use my code to save on all their other products site-wide as well. You can click the link down below or just screenshot this QR code right here if you guys want to check them out. They also have stainless steel pans. I know a lot of people are more about stainless steel. They have a beautiful collection of those as well. They're non-toxic because they're made with a mineral-based coating that's not going to leach all those toxic materials into your clean and otherwise healthy ingredients. They're incredibly easy to clean. There's no soaking the pan overnight, which we had really gotten into the habit of, and soaking overnight would always end up sitting in the sink for days and days and days until someone just decided finally we'd have to scrub this for 30 minutes at a time. And I just love knowing that these are going to hold up over the course of time. There won't be any replacing these pans one by one because they're just going to stay so great. Again, if you're wanting to make this non-toxic switch, I'd highly recommend getting the cookware set. That'll save you 20% by bundling because you can also stack my discount code Michelle Reed to get an additional 10% off. You can also use my code on all their other products site-wide. You can click the link down below or screenshot my code right here. I'm still a little bit sleepy because it's not even 6 a.m. yet, but we have a fun outing today that I'm really excited about. We're going strawberry picking. We're going to a place called Damascus Farm. We were actually going to go to, there's one called Goober Bubs. That's just the most popular one I've seen in DFW. Every time we check their Instagram, their hours switch and they're not open today. But we found this one. It looks really great. The only thing is it's about an hour, 15 minutes away from me. So I think Connor will be fine. He honestly has always done really well in the car. He normally still falls asleep in the car if it's a long drive like that. That's just one thing I've always been thankful for, that he just doesn't really mind the car. We're trying to go today too because it is going to be 90 degrees the rest of the week, which I'm just not ready for. It's been so beautiful here lately. We've had such a just gorgeous spring. I'm sure it's because of all the rain lately, but the weather has been beautiful. 96 degrees, 102, 91, 95. I was trying to think of something I could bake with the strawberries, and I'm thinking of doing strawberries and cream just with homemade whipped cream, and then maybe making an angel food cake. I don't know how easy angel food cake is to make because I'm not a star baker by any means. Been loving scrambled oats lately. I'll leave the recipe down below. It's really delicious. About to head out to go strawberry picking. I just have on this little bucket hat, which is kind of folded and weird. My hair just is definitely in need of a wash. And then this tunic I've had forever from Petal and Pup. Super comfy, some denim shorts on underneath. And then I'll probably wear my boots just because Connor's also gonna wear his matching ones. It's gonna be super cute. Such a perfect morning. We had so much fun. Connor had so much fun. All the kids had so much fun. I always think it's funny when I'm just thinking, you know, it takes a lot to get a kid out the door when you're trying to do something like that. Lindsay doing it with 3 kids, somehow coming more prepared than me. I just am always in awe. Yeah, there were hardly any crowds. It was absolutely gorgeous out, even just driving out there. I kept thinking to myself that it just felt like Miley Stewart summer out there. It was so beautiful just being out in the country. And I'm so thankful that we made it happen before it gets really hot here soon. They had so many berries too. We brought some back. I have about $10 worth. So I think we are gonna try to make some angel cake since it does look pretty easy. For now, just enjoying some more time outside because yeah, it's just gorgeous. There's also an angry squirrel right now trying to taunt Cash, if you hear that. Here is our berry bounty. We got, I think, just enough strawberries. We didn't go too crazy. I'm making my angel food cake. I don't have an actual pan for this, a traditional pan that you would use for angel food cake, and so I'm gonna try a bread pan. I found a recipe that seems to be okay, so we'll try it. Trying this mango lemonade kombucha. This is my favorite whipping cream to use. I really like this brand. I'm sure if you had local milk, that's probably the best you could get. But this has the cream top on it. It's delicious. I just have to say I'm so impressed with how the angel food cake turned out for being in a loaf pan. It is so fluffy and spongy, delicious. I'll link this recipe. We just had a little pre-dinner dessert. Connor and I shared it, and I felt full on ballerina farm mode, making our own whipped cream, our homemade angel cake with our hand-picked strawberries. So good. Good morning. I have a fun little outing this morning. I'm actually looking for a dresser for Aiden and I's room. This is something that we have been needing for a while. We currently have these plastic bins that we've been using the entirety of living at the house we're at right now. And I'm really thankful we never purchased a dresser, because just in general, even so much of the furniture that I have right now, I'm thinking, is this really going to be the vibe in the house? I kind of wish I waited on. And just for the rest of the house, we were trying to be very just slow and steady with decorating and really living in the space before purchasing anything except a dresser, just because it would be nice to already have this kind of set in stone to put in our bedroom. I'm at a place today that I've never been to. It's called Lots of Furniture and Antiques, and this place seems down to business. It's not your antique store that has like really cute booths, everything's all organized. It looks like just lots of furniture, lots of antiques. And even just looking out, they have a bunch of stuff outside that looks really pretty. So I'm excited to stop in here. There's a sign right in front of me that says they deliver to, which would be great because I'm trying to get a big dresser for our bedroom, hopefully. This is kind of my ideal activity, I have to be honest. I'm really excited.
Some might say that I'm a loner, but I just call it being free. I am my heart's only owner, or at least I used to be.
That is definitely my new favorite antique store. It was so nice. For one, price tags on everything were so clear, so you could just walk around, see something up on the wall, and you just knew the price right away. They had a bunch of stuff. It wasn't unorganized or anything, and they had so many cats there. It was really cute. I made a friend who basically crawled up into my lap. Actually always wanted a cat, but I don't think that that would be a good idea with cash. I didn't find a dresser there, but I did find a picnic basket. I actually needed this for something that I'm shooting. I think this weekend we're going to try to shoot it for a little brand collab I'm doing, but how pretty the gingham on the inside. It's just so sweet. I also just went into City View Antique Mall. This is another one of my favorites in Dallas, and I did find I don't know if it's technically a hutch, but I've been looking for like a cabinet space for all of our art supplies, things like that to keep organized, especially as Connor gets older and we're doing more arts and crafts. I just think that this is stunning. I love the patchwork lace on it. I'm gonna go home and think about it just because it's a larger purchase, something we'd have to go get. It might actually fit in our Tahoe, I'm not sure. It was also $350, which seems to be a good price for something like this. I've really been looking around, doing research, and that's probably the best price I've seen. I like this one the most. I like that it is just kind of warm toned, very country. I'm wondering if you could sand something like this down and paint it if you want, but I kind of like it. It also matches our den too. I envisioned this more in our sunroom, but at the same time I don't want to block the windows. I measured while I'm there and I'm just gonna see what I think. I do think it's actually been there for a while though, so I'm not worried someone's gonna snag it. But that's it for our little antique excursion. Because Connor had a pediatrician appointment and he's just at an age where he's well aware that he's going to the doctor when he walks into the office, and that was just not a very fun visit for any of us involved. I did want to update you guys though on the Wild Ride carrier. I think I mentioned that in a recent vlog. It's a little hip carrier that I got. I'm loving it. I got some questions if I like it more than the Tush Baby, which is another kind of hip carrier. I personally think I like it more. It's not as comfortable as the Tush Baby, but it's just a little bit more practical. Yeah, I've said it before, but I am so thankful for our pediatrician. I just really value the advice that he gives us. He actually is a concierge doctor, so they don't take insurance, but for us, we found, especially after being in the hospital, that's just like a whole other topic, but it's crazy how you pay so much money for insurance and then hardly anything gets covered. We just found that visits ended up being still an out-of-pocket expense anyways, and if he gets sick on the weekends, it's nice that we can bring him in. Hardly any wait times, especially in the early days. We would be in there for an hour, and as a new mom I would just have so many questions, and I just really trust his advice. It's very practical. He has 6 kids who are grown, so it's just really nice getting like advice on everything. I was talking to him about separation anxiety because that's definitely something that just kind of been navigating. He just has a very healthy, strong attachment to us, which I'm really thankful for. I don't know, there's just so much, I think, pressure that we put on kids to be independent so early, and a lot of that I think is really valuable, especially when it comes to kind of Montessori teaching and all that. He was just reminding me that it's incredibly normal and healthy for a child to have that attachment. Just reminded me that he's 18 months old. I think because he also is just a really tall kid, sometimes I forget he's still a baby. Like 18 months old is not really even toddler yet. Just a little tidbit I wanted to put in. I love sharing just kind of mom thoughts here and there because I know as a mom it's really easy to get just stuck up in your head. Good morning. I am really excited because I have a little appointment this morning to look at some kitchen countertops. I haven't done anything like this before, but we're trying to figure out what we want for the kitchen. Very open-minded. I personally love the look of quartz the best for what we're going for, but we're gonna see what price would shake out to on that. Hopefully just look at a bunch of slabs that they have. They also have backsplash that I might take a peek at, but I'm pretty sure I know which one I want to go with. It's just gonna take a little bit just longer than we'd like to get here. That is also the same for our floor tiles too, so I've just accepted this is not going to be a project we do before we move in. That was very naive to think. Some things that we want to get done we will, like our paint, fully paint the cabinets, things like that, so the kitchen is still functional, but it's just gonna have to be one of those things that we'll do later on, which is fine. I just threw on this little Cezanne dress. I will not need the sweater once I go outside because it's gonna be 100 degrees today. I am not ready for Texas summer yet, but I really like this dress. It's just so lightweight and comfortable. Just got out and that was so much fun. If you happen to have quartz or quartzite countertops, please let me know how they have held up. Quartz is less maintenance, but just being in there, I really liked the quartzite. But granted, they didn't have a ton of actual quartz options there. They specialize in more natural stone, so that makes sense. But it was really pretty to look. The Taj Mahal quartzite is gorgeous. She was saying that that's pretty popular right now. I actually thought I was going to be overwhelmed in there just looking at so many different ones, but for some reason I feel pretty at peace with this. It's nice living in this day and age because I look on Pinterest and you can just see so many different variations of how people style things, what things look like. But I also just want to be practical with picking this out because quartz will be more cost effective, I believe, than quartzite. I just want to be practical because while I love the look of the quartzite, if it's going to be something that's really hard to maintain, we're just not going to go there because life happens. Yeah, I'm really excited for things to start moving though. I stopped by Half Price Books on the way home. I haven't bought books for Connor in a while, so we got This alphabet book is super, super cute. Letters, I just thought that that would be sweet. The illustrations are cute. Of course, love any Eric Carle books. We don't have this one. It's The Very Busy Spider. And then this one doesn't have a title on the front, but it's all about honeybees. And again, the illustrations in this are super sweet. Just got Connor down for the night. I'm so excited for summer in that it's almost, I think it's actually just turned 8 o'clock and it's still so bright outside. It's so nice. I told myself I'd wait until I had better lighting and everything in the morning, but I got excited to open my Nuuly. I wanted to share what I picked out this month. Not sponsored, of course. If you've been here, you know I've been a subscriber from Nuuly for a long time. It's a clothing rental service. I keep going back and forth if I want to keep up with it, and I obviously have been keeping up with it, but especially this month we have a wedding and I was ideally picking out this dress to hopefully wear to the wedding. I probably should have picked out a couple of options because I don't think this is going to work. It's a beautiful dress. This color I just think is so unique. It's almost like a chartreuse, and yeah, I liked this because it wasn't quite completely sleeveless and it wasn't super tight on. I don't know, ever since having Connor, I just don't want to wear things that are really, really tight on me. It is a black tie wedding and I have a dress that's black. Oh my gosh, there's a little bunny. Look how cute. Oh, he's gone. I have a dress that I wore forever ago to a wedding and I tried it on and it still fits and everything, but it just does not look the same. It's not comfortable, especially in my stomach area. So I thought this would do it, but it's just too big and it has too much fabric on it. It's just really not flattering. So back to the drawing board. Hopefully we'll figure something out. This little jumpsuit I got, I pulled it out and I was so confused. Like, why would I have ordered this? Like, this is obviously not something I would wear every single day or probably ever, but it buttons up. It's a jumpsuit, super cute, gingham. I actually got this for that little picnic brand shoot that I mentioned that I got the picnic basket for. I thought that this would be cute. I haven't tried it on, but hopefully that looks good. I got this as a backup. Why did I order 2 dresses for this shoot and not 2 dresses for the wedding? Wedding dresses are definitely harder, wedding guest dresses. Many of the reviews on this one said it just looked like a sack on them, and I fear this is going to look like a sack on me. It is very, very billowy. This cute little white blouse. I'm a sucker for just a light and airy white blouse. So versatile. I'm trying to pick out more just realistic picks from Nuuly for me, like this jumpsuit from Free People. I don't know what style this one is called. Has a high neck, super just slouchy and comfy. I thought this even for our moving day would be really nice with the baseball cap on, some New Balances, and then lastly, of course, we got some overalls. These are the Free People barrel overalls, but I've never rented this actual pattern. It just has these light blue and white stripes. Super comfy. I can tell these are probably going to be my favorite pick of the month because you know I love some overalls. That is it for this video. I'm getting a little bit nostalgic because we only have a few more, probably a couple more videos before we move in this house. I always tell myself not to get like nostalgic, and we're very much ready to live in our house. I'm very, very excited. I remember this happened especially with our last apartment. I just was so deep in my feels before we moved. I'm just very, very sentimental and I get very attached to places. I'm always getting attached to just where we live, which is why I'm so excited to finally live in our own house where I can just get attached and know we won't be leaving anytime soon, hopefully. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, I did want to remind you, if you want to check out Caraway, their cookware set, you can save 20% and also an additional 10% by using my code Michelle Reed. It'll be linked at the top of the description box. But I so appreciate you all. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.